Season 2 of the Coffee Access Travel Podcast. I'm Erin Donaldson, your host and guide to the Colombian coffee region, here in the trendy neighborhood of Chipre. Today, Manizales, of course. Have you been? Today we're going to talk about nature, art, and some upcoming festivals. And of course, right now you're seeing my new series, the Walk and Talk series. Season 2, thanks to one of our contributors, is going to be walk and talk videos like this one, where I'll be able to take you deeper inside the sights, the smells, and even the flavors of El Eje Cafetero, the coffee. Recently, I had the great pleasure to give a tour to an American and a Canadian, a couple that came to visit, and during our visit, we visited one of the 5 eco-parks here in Manizales. We went to Alcázares Arenillo, but more on that in a minute. Like I was saying, there are 5 eco-parks here in Manizales that you should take note of. Los Yarumos, Alcázares Arenillo, Bosque Popular de Prau, Rio Blanco, and Recinto de Pensamiento. In today's episode, we're going to talk about Ecoparque Alcázares Arenillo. Stay tuned. Behind me here is Puente de Herrería. It's a model of previous wood bridges in the region where the mule teamsters often passed by. So, let's get back onto our first topic for this Walk and Talk podcast episode. Ecoparque Alcázares Arenillo is an eco park that consists of 36 hectares of human forest. It's considered a green lung of Manizales, and it's a top birding spot featuring anywhere from 176 all the way up to 230 bird species, depending on the migratory routes and the time of the year. This park is a great place for visitors because you have free entry from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. They have ample walking trails, they have a picnic space at the bottom of the main trail, and they even have an amphitheater if you want to go there for a yoga class. We have great options here in Manizales. In other episodes, we will definitely talk about some of the other eco parks. Recinto de Pensamiento is part of the Federación de Cafeicultores, also called the Comité. So, stay with me. We have more to go. Our next segment is going to be all about a really cool artist that I found at the Galleria on my last visit. So let's flip over to that. You're gonna see a video of his stand, and if I'm able to make it happen, a little interview. We are here at the Galleria, the Plaza Mercado de Manizales, with Felipe. Felipe, introduce yourself. Cuéntame más de quién eres y sobre tu arte.
Bueno, hola, mi nombre es Felipe Migratono. Soy artista plástico de la ciudad de Manizales y trabajo en el centro Galerías Manizales.
Qué bueno. ¿Y cuál es la conexión con la Galería de Mercado para usted como artista, como un emprendedor además?
Digamos que la decisión de estar acá en la plaza de mercado con el arte es precisamente tener el arte en relación directa con el pueblo, con la ciudad, ¿sí? Ya que la plaza de mercado es un lugar donde se une el campo con las dinámicas y las necesidades de la gente citadina.
Entonces la persona que viene buscando tu arte, se le puede encontrar aquí unos postas hermosas pintadas a mano.
Sí.
Y eso es acrílico con un tipo de sellador.
Ajá.
Ajá. Y cuéntame un poco más sobre las técnicas que estás manejando, porque eso se ve muy bello, pero cómo lo hizo?
Ok, esta técnica es linograbado. Es una técnica artesanal de impresión que funciona con matrices de linóleo, se gubian, se tallan, luego se entintan y luego se imprimen sobre papel, sobre tela también, funciona muy bien. Y bueno, sobre un montón de cosas se puede hacer.
Y ese cuadro que tienes aquí, muéstralo.
Sí, esta obra es una pintura, digamos que reciclada, digamos que hace parte viene de la basura prácticamente, alguien lo tiró, lo desechó, quién sabe por qué razón. Yo lo retomé y lo pinté, digamos que lo que hice fue terminarlo.
Qué forma tan bonita de hacer como un acto de reciclaje, convirtiéndolo en arte. Y usted se encuentra en Instagram, ¿cierto?
Ajá.
¿Cómo es?
Como @migratono.
Es eso aquí, ¿cierto?
Ajá,
Migratono Arte. Estamos aquí con Migratono Arte. Felipe, ¿cómo es tu apellido?
Felipe Casas.
Felipe Casas. Un artista muy talentoso que tiene mucho para contribuir al mundo de arte. Además, aquí en el pabellón de las ramas de la Galería de Manizales. Me parece espectacular. Felipe, muchas gracias.
A ti, muchas gracias.
Te espero mucha suerte con tu oficio y espero que mis seguidores vienen pronto a comprar cosas del mercado en un sitio único de la Galería de Manizales. Coming up in August are some events you're not going to want to miss. First, we have the Fiestas de la Cosecha in Pereira. This is going to be the 15th to the 31st of this year. Now, their program is not online yet. If anyone gets a chance to mention this to Mauricio Salazar, the mayor of Pereira, estoy pendiente. Anyways, bad joke. I'm notorious for bad jokes. Just let him know, okay? The programming's not up, but I know some secrets. The first secret is if you want to go to the gastronomic festival on the 15th, you need to plan ahead and get your hotel prior to. One of my favorite hotels to stay at, not because it's especially luxurious, but because the owner is one of the sweetest women on the earth, and they have live music events all the time, is Hotel de Café. Expect high season prices and do not wait any longer. I've already gotten my reservation and they still have spaces. If you want something extra luxe, then definitely go with Mobich. I recommend Mobich because it's a nice hotel, they have a pool, they have a sauna, they have a great spa, and their restaurant, Ibano, is actually pretty good. So, check that out. Another thing to keep in mind is the gastronomic festival. It's going to be the first Friday of the Fiesta de las Cosechas. So, even though the programming is not up, that's what they do every year. I would not expect it to change. And check that out. The next event that we want to go over with you is the Fiestas del Retorno. What a view! You hear that bird? Oh, hey! So, continuing on with the next event on our list is the Fiestas del Retorno in Anserma, Caldas. Now, Anserma, Caldas is a town that I like because it's the grandmother of Caldas. It's 485, now 86 years old in August. This is a town that has a lot of legacy going back to the original conquistadores. It was part of the what do you call it? The Camino Real, the Royal Road, which has a route that follows through many of the original pueblos of this region. Anserma is characterized by its original houses in the main park, called Parque Bolivar. Now, when you go to the Fiestas del Retorno, we have two options. You can either stay in Pereira and go out for a day trip, which is fine, and probably the preferred way to travel, unless you plan your reservation now. Because let me tell you, once it's closer, there will be no hotels and lodging by the time we get to August. So if there's anything left, now is the time to make your reservation and make sure you get that set up. So, events will include the performances of the municipal band walking around the streets of Anserma. There will be street parties, concerts, and where I will be probably with my group, is gonna soap. Cafe Imperial has over 100 years as an operating business. It has pool tables. One of the things that characterizes Cafe Imperial is that it has first of all, it has this great view. So you're sitting there and you're in it and you can see the entire valley and the mountains. And it has like a bar section. So if you don't want to be out on the street in the middle of the crowd, this is the secret. If you don't want to be out in the street in the middle of the crowd and pushed around and robbed and I don't know what else, go to Cafe Imperial, get a table ahead of time if possible. And I promise you, that's where the party and dancing is going to be during the Fiestas del Retorno. The word Fiestas del Retorno are like the parties of return, which is that season of going back to school. People are getting back out of their vacations and into their work mode. And I think you'll get to see some really cool events. They'll have farmers markets, concerts, all the local gastronomy hubs will be bustling. There's some really interesting variety in the gastronomy of Anserma, so I don't think you're going to regret checking that one out. And I will be in Pereira on the 15th. I will be in Anserma on the 15th. Get in touch if you want to be part of the trip, or hit me up while you're there so we can say hi. Oh, hello. So, that pretty much closes out my walk and talk for the first episode of the second season of the Coffee Access Travel Podcast. What do you think? Do you like it? Be sure to let me know in the comments here, and be sure to subscribe over here and follow my previous podcast over here. Also, be sure to subscribe on Patreon. This is really important because the equipment I'm using now to be able to do my podcast, to be able to film, to be able to get out and show you this world is thanks to my Patreon followers and the people who support me, and I'm so thankful. So, patreon.com/coffeeaccesstravel will keep you up to date on exclusive travel guides. We have a WhatsApp group where I'm posting special hand-selected events that I think you're gonna like, and I also do monthly updates. Things that are lifestyle topics. I'm working on some information about taxes. A lot of people have been asking me for taxes. And more information about how to come to Colombia. Travel, have fun, and even live here if that is your desire. My name is Erin Donaldson, and I will see you on the next episode of Season 2.